This has been the worst shopping experience of my life. My computer crapped out on me because of the charger, and the battery is really no good anymore because it got greedy and lived off the charger. So, what the fuck? And then I go to the store thinking I'm going to get a new charger, but no, none of the chargers fit. None of them. Oh, but there's more to it than that. So I go to the store, and the first one I went to was Best Buy. And so, they're looking at the computers and blah, blah, blah. And this guy, he sold me a charger. Nice people. They were really nice and helpful, but they weren't really helpful. And it's like, they gave me this charger, and it was 6 different tips. I looked at the guy, and I'm like, are you sure? Are you sure this is going to work? And he's like, oh, yeah, it should fit. And, I took it home. I accidentally ripped the box. And there was only 2 chargers. Only two. Only two charger tips that actually fit my type of computer, which was an HP. And it didn't work. And I took it back, and I'm like, this did not fit at all. And they're like, well, you could look online. So I got my phone out, I'm looking online, and I'm like, what? I show it to my mom, and we're just looking at each other like, that's not right. So we look, and it says 29 and 55. Those are the only 2 charger tips that actually fit my computer. And, and we looked at them, and we tried to put them in the computer, and one of them didn't fit at all. The other one wouldn't even stay in. And I'm like, that is not right. It's not right. Not even on the website was it right. Okay? 29 and 55, it's not right. It doesn't fit. And the phone and the website on the phone is wrong. It's just wrong. At this point, I was absolutely fuming. Like, I had gone Kamehameha because it was just getting ridiculous. Because I went to Walmart and they sold me the same thing, only in white, that looked like a freaking phone charger, and that was supposed to work? Really? Really? And that also had 6 tips that didn't fit. Oh, what a surprise. So I took it back. I went to Best Buy and I took back the charger, and I'm like, look, this didn't work. This thing I got from Walmart, it didn't work, so I'm returning this. And I ended up buying a whole new computer, which was an Asus, and it was apparently used. Okay? It was used. And, at first it seemed okay, but then later in the night, it kind of just shit a brick, and I'm still baffled by it. It was used. They said it was in fairly good condition, so I'm like, okay. Yeah, no, it wasn't. So I'm working on the computer, and I'm like, oh, okay, so it seemed okay, because I was playing Sims and I was recording, and that I was having trouble with my old computer with the Sim camera, and so I was very surprised that this time this computer was actually supporting the Sim camera clips, because they were saved into documents and all that bullshit. Well, I wanted to play Tube Tycoon, and I'm like, I wonder what I could use to record Tube Tycoon. So I started downloading a Tube Catcher and Snagit. And that was a big fucking mistake, because now apparently with the new computers, Snagit and A-Tube Catcher are considered viruses. And it added all this this weird shit to my computer that I was not sure how to get rid of, and I was kind of freaking out. I probably could have just gone and uninstalled it, but I didn't know that at the time, and I was like, oh fuck, what do I do? I didn't want to make it any worse because I have trouble seeing, and if I mess up something, well, then I'm screwed. And so, I'm asking people, I'm like, what do I do? And they're like, well, you could do a hard reboot. That's always good to do when it's a used computer. And I'm like, okay. So I try to do this hard reboot, and the cat steps on something, and it gets an error, of course. That's my luck. So I'm like, ah, fuck, what do I do? And so, me being me, not being able to see very well, the small print and crap, I'm like sending pictures to my friends. So I'm like, hey, what is this? What is this? What do I do? What does this mean? And so, my friends walks me through that process, but it just it was not prepared for a hard reboot. And I think someone had whoever had it before had left things on there and just let them be, or maybe they didn't even know, and it just kind of crapped itself. So I'm sitting there for hours and hours and hours. 2 days it was going on. 2 days, 64%. I'm like, what the fuck? What's wrong here? And I couldn't figure out what's wrong. And I'm like, okay, so what if I just turn it off and turn it back on? So that didn't work, of course. And so I'm like holding down the button, and this blue message comes up on what kind of message, what kind of restore boot process do you want? And now I was trying to think logically. Okay, see, like, okay, if I was, Geek Squad, what would be um, the best one to pick? And that was, the Windows Manager, right? Wouldn't you pick Windows Manager over something that made no sense, like DVDHIK, whatever? You would pick Boot Manager or Windows Manager. And so I did that, and it didn't make shit worth a difference, and it was just, ugh. And I went to bed and I woke up and it was still at 64%. I didn't even try to restart back at 1. No, it was stuck at 64%. And so, long story short, I took it to Best Buy and I'm like, I don't know what you can do, but good luck. And they opened it up and it was still at 64%. At this point, I was feeling pretty discouraged. The keys had broken. The computer had just pretty much taken a crap and said, good luck. And so I went back to Best Buy, took it back to them. They couldn't figure out what to do. And so I ended up buying the computer that I have now, which is another HP. Okay, so I figured I was a little iffy with the Asus. Okay, if that happened before, what's gonna happen if I get another one? So I went and got an HP, and it seems like it was okay. It's got Cortana in it, so you can talk into it and tell it to search stuff for you. But I don't think that this computer is really a gaming computer like they say, because it seems more for searching things and office work than it does for games. And I say that because okay, well, Power Director. The way Power Director is, it upgraded to Power Director 14. My old computer, I originally had Power Director 10 or 11 or whatever, and it needed an upgrade. So I'm like, okay. So, this time around, I actually went and I bought Power Director for 14, without going through like 10 and then 14. And now back when I had Power Director 10, it did recognize the Sims videos, okay? And I don't know why, but for some reason, the way that Power Director works now is not compatible with the way that Sims works now, because it has gotten an upgrade since, since Power Director has gotten upgraded, Sims has also been upgraded. And now it doesn't recognize the video clips that are saving into the documents. And I'm pretty sure there's no way to change the format that they're in. They're in an AVI format, and I don't think you can change that. And for some reason, the HP does not understand what these files are. And someone told me that there was something you could do to get rid of this program makes uh, that makes AVIs, not readable. So I'm looking for that, and I don't even see it. So I'm like, great, what the hell? And now this morning, I was in a complete wreck because, Sims is what got me started doing YouTube again, and it kills me that I can't record it. I mean, yeah, I can play it, but I want something that can do both. Why can't I have it both ways with the computers? It seems like recently I've either gotten one that's really good with games and terrible with sound, or really good with sound and terrible with games. And I don't understand. Why can't I have both? Come on. It can't be that hard to find a simple gaming computer. Okay? It can't be. And so now I'm gonna have to take back this computer again for the third freaking time to Best Buy and switch it out for an Asus computer. I'm just gonna break down and just buy the Asus and just stick with that, I guess. Because apparently the Asus can do more than an HP. Who knew? Anyway, guys, thank you for listening to my ramble / rant about this crap. Because I really want to play Tube Tycoon and other games on stream, and I can't, on Steam, and I can't do that if my computer wants to be a bitch. So, hopefully with this next one, it will be my last one for a while, and I can actually get back to editing stuff on my computer and making more videos with the computer and stuff like that. So anyway, hope you enjoyed. Thank you for listening, and I will see you guys next time. Bye-bye.